Welcome back to Marketing Champions here on Daily Ad Brief. I'm Howard Walpoff, your host, and again, we're talking about marketing with marketing experts from around the country. Today, we're in Valparaiso, Indiana with Emily Spellman from Beyond Marketing. And Emily, welcome to our conversation today.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you and a pleasure to learn more about you and the work you do in this industry. So why don't you start by telling us how you got started in marketing?
I got started about 20 years ago. I became a graphic designer when I was 19 years old, which probably ages me, but I started as a graphic designer back before we had digital marketing and social media and all of those things, and just really fell in love with not just design, but how those messages were being brought to consumers and the methodologies behind that, and as digital media and social media marketing started to grow, I kind of grew into it through that role and evolved over time to where I am now.
Well, it's great that you had that vision and visuals with the graphic design. It definitely helps parts of telling that story for different clients. So you launched an agency and you are now working really hands-on with clients. So why don't you talk us through the reasons why you launched this agency and what you're doing in the conversations with your clients as you're onboarding them?
Yeah, absolutely. The reason I decided to launch an actual agency was that I had been doing marketing for a long time for other people, working for corporations or other people's agencies. Living here in Valparaiso, we're right by Chicago. I was driving to Chicago every day. That was getting to be a lot, just for me and my family. And, I just saw a lot of need to change the conversation with how marketing was being done, particularly with smaller and medium-sized businesses. So all of those things combined with the strains of the pandemic and what's going on in Chicago at that time really prompted me to go out on my own and take a lot of these people that I'd already been working with on the side for so long and, put it in an actual agency environment. And so that's how it got started. As far as when we're bringing clients in, we're onboarding them, we have a different mentality and a different mindset than a lot of agencies. Many agencies have, lots and lots of clients. They onboard clients constantly. They pretty much take on, anything that they think is worthwhile for them. For us, we like to have fewer clients so we can be very focused on what we're doing for those clients and focused on specific projects for them. So that's a big part of our onboarding process, is understanding what people are really needing, managing their expectations, building some trust, and seeing if we think it's going to be a really good relationship. Because I personally believe that marketing is a very personal relationship, or at least it should be a personal relationship, particularly with those small and medium-sized businesses, because they are very attached to what they're doing. So we want it to be a good fit and a good relationship for everybody all the way around. So that's a big piece of our onboarding process. And then from there, we take a lot of time to understand what the client's already been doing, if they've been doing much at all, and where their dollars have gone, what's working, what's not, and then casting a vision for them of what we think their marketing can be, what we think their website can be, what we can do, and really laying out that pathway to create that vision for them.
Well, it's good that you have that insight and really guide them through this process with you. Now, over the course of time, you've seen different changes in marketing and know that more are coming down the pike. So I'm wondering, what do you see over the next couple of years that you are already starting to discuss with your clients to implement for their marketing for the future?
I think in the next couple of years, we're going to see a big push towards, a less is more approach, because with digital marketing having blown up the way that it did, we had so many channels available to us as marketers, so many ways to reach people. And we've grown into this mentality of, well, we have to have something in every place we can have it. We have to have the ads on Google. We've got to do Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, now it's TikTok. We have to do all the platforms and just blanket it out there if you have the budget to do so. What I'm seeing more and more, and what is coming out of our conversations with our clients and our data, is that approach doesn't really work the same way that it used to, because consumers are becoming more and more aware of that irrelevant content. And so it's not becoming very effective for them. So really pulling back the reins and understanding just because we can do something doesn't mean that we should do something, and slowing down to take the time and decide where those marketing dollars are really being productive, and not saturating the market as much as being really focused to reach the people who will respond to the message you're trying to convey.
Having the right balance to your marketing mix and where your dollars are going is extremely important. And it's good that they have you guiding them through this process. And we really appreciate you coming on with us to share about you and everything you're doing at Beyond Marketing. So thank you very much for joining us.
Absolutely, anytime.
And thank you all for joining us today. You really want to be in a comfort zone when working with an agency and know that they have a plan that they're going to implement with you to make sure that everything is going to get a good response and get your message out there in the right way. And there's so many different ways to do that. We have more information about Beyond Marketing here on Daily Ad Brief, so please check that out. But go out, have a great rest of today, and see you next time on Marketing Champions.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.